Welcome, deviant drivers, to another episode of A Drink with a Driver. Hey, it's Mercury and Junkai.
What's up?
How's it going, man?
It's been one of them days, one of them weekends. Kind of unraveled on Sunday, so I'm still trying to recover from that horrendous showing I had on Sunday.
Yeah.
Beer's empty. It's a
Oh,
good beer though.
what you got?
Drinking Hop Slam. This is Dab to Slug. Mr. Slug reminded me that it was out and it was good this year. Past years it hasn't been excellent. That's my last one. So we're gonna dabble in the Hop Slam. It's good stuff. And you're drinking what?
Well, it's similar to. Let me see. Let me get it. It's
You
similar.
already. Where's the garnish?
I already ate it.
You couldn't wait for the podcast to start.
So it's similar to a Bloody Mary, except instead of vodka, you use whiskey. So it's called a Bloody Derby.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Put bourbon in anything, I'll pretty much drink it. Almost anything.
That's true.
Almost anything.
I didn't realize until the other day that there was actually so many versions of a Bloody Mary. I thought there was just, Bloody Mary is just vodka, but I mean, it's like there's a lot of different names for other ones. Never really realized, but you know what?
I
I'll roll
mean,
with it.
yeah, there's a tequila one too.
I'm not a big tequila fan.
Bloody Maria.
I don't know. Not a tequila fan.
What? Come on.
No.
You just can't drink anything else. It's got to be just tequila, and then you're fine. And then gin, we just stay away from gin. We're not talking about gin. Don't you find that picture and post it on here? I'll be pissed.
Oh, if I
got
could.
pictures of you.
Oh, if I could find it.
Yeah. So no, we're good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Not such a great weekend. We didn't do quite as well as we had rather hoped, or
we showed up.
We did show up.
That's about it.
That's about it.
We did show up.
I was so ready for it too, but we'll talk about it in a second. Let's get through the leaderboard. We're gonna Team BMW here is gonna muscle through as best we can this leaderboard. Oh wait, this one's gonna hurt. All right, so after Suzuka, which was fun, a bit nerve-wracking at the beginning. Everybody kind of thought might have been rain. Zen been doing his rain dance all week. Victor is on top with 61, followed by Zen. Zen, you're second. For all your complaining, you are second. So you're almost there. Almost there. You're in the kill zone.
He had a rough showing, and he's still holding on to it. So
yeah,
I'm coming for it next week though. Or whatever. Yeah.
And so he is at 48. Zen's at 48, holding down second. And miraculously, you've creeped up to third for team BMW. That's awesome, considering we've been absent for what, half the races?
Almost. Yeah.
Not too shabby. And
just to interrupt you real quick, but looking at the leaderboard, there has not been a winner that has won twice in a row. Am I looking at that wrong? Yeah.
I think you're right.
No, I'm wrong.
No?
There's a little tugboat that's won twice.
Oh, yeah. He did.
Damn it, boat.
He did.
But he's not in the league, so it's not counting. He's a reserve. My stat stands
outside of boat.
I was looking, I'm like, nobody won at Brands Hatch or Laguna, and then I scrolled down and saw boat sitting there gloriously with his 2 wins.
Yeah. Only times he participated.
Damn that boat. I know. It'll be interesting next season. We'll work them in somehow. That's gonna hurt, but it's all good. It only makes us better, hopefully.
Yeah.
Or cry more.
Or cry more. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, continue. Sorry, I
No,
cut you off. I was statizing. That's not even a word.
Statizing. Okay, so you are set in third with 47 points. So a solid third. You're in the kill zone for second place.
Yeah.
And Zen, if he has a good showing at Spa, he could pull it out for a win. It's possible mathematically. Yeah.
No, it's definitely possible. So, and then Dirksy's on my heels, 2 points behind. He got that extra point on me this week, the last turn.
Oh, it was payback for what was it? What was the track? Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah, he defended on this one.
Nice.
So no, he did good though.
Nice. If we move over to GT4 is surprise, Floody leading with 82, followed by Huge Jar, 65. And rounding out third is Glovis with 52.
Nice.
So Floody's pretty much dominated. He has won 4 out of the 5 races.
Yep.
And taken fastest lap twice.
Yep.
So Floody has absolutely massacred GT4.
Yeah, Glovis has been on podium 3 out of 5. Camzilla, again, I bring him up almost every podcast, is because he keeps creeping up out of nowhere. And I can't say out of nowhere anymore because it's almost expected, but he's like always in the running at the end of the race. I mean, he took third on Sunday, so whatever he's doing over there, like I said, he's doing it right.
It's working, right? And after all that, the contribution from both GT3 and GT4 for their teams were setting, as it's been for a while now, Porsche is setting in the lead, but just with 142.
Yep.
Followed very closely by Team McLaren with 141.
Dude. So who's in McLaren? So McLaren is
Camzilla and Jar, who's setting second. He's taken, well, Jar has a win. He has a win at Interlagos.
Yeah.
And he has second place at Suzuka.
Well, him and Cam finished second, third at Suzuka.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Who's in GT3? Who's driving
the? It's Tex and Bad Rock, if I remember. Yep. Tex and Bad Rock.
So Team McLaren, you've got your work cut out for you because you are right there at it for the team championship, manufacturer championship.
That's close. That is close. And then you've got Zen and Thrasher in GT3. And then obviously we got Floody and poor Thundermouse. I don't know exactly what happened, but we wish you well. He bailed out of the Discord this past week. Only ran 1 race, so it's kind of had them under the weather. But we may have 2 new drivers running this weekend, in 2 weeks, possibly. Devin and Honda Epiphany. Yeah, I don't remember his name, but there's potential that we'll have 2 more drivers, hopefully racing. Who knows? I know it's the last race of the season, but you know what? It doesn't just stop after the next one.
The interesting thing, if you look at this, if you really kind of examine these two leaderboards, and I just kind of noticed that in the last few minutes, Floody's absolutely dominated GT4. However, Porsche is down a team member because, like you mentioned, Thundermouse is gone. McLaren, however, is running with a full team.
Yeah.
And so even though it's going to be very close because they're going to end up with 3 out of 4 potential scores to be able
Right.
to use. And Porsche is going to have to score with every single one of their people that they've got to the maximum potential over what in effect is 1 point. And that fastest lap could be the 1 point. I mean, that's what is interesting.
So call it. Who do you think? You thinking Porsche or McLaren?
At Spa,
Yep.
at Spa, if I could pick either car, I would probably take the Porsche.
No. What team is winning?
Well, I can't say that. That is way too close. So we're gonna have to let them
Oh,
sort it out.
come on.
Well, Floody has dominated. So if Huge Jar is right there at it, right?
Mhm.
So between one of those two guys, they're gonna take it. And they're both on the opposite teams. I mean, that's a 50-50 either way. If you drop back over here to GT3, you got Zen and the Porsche, and you
Mhm.
got Bad Rock and Texas. Texas is fast. I mean, Texas is quick. I don't know
Yeah.
if Bad Rock and Texas are very familiar with Spa. I don't know their background with that track, but man, that's way too close to call, man. I could go either way.
I know.
Who are you picking?
If I had picking today, I would say Porsche. There's obviously the potential that McLaren pulls this off, especially if their GT4 drivers pull through like they did. But Floody's just dominated, and it's been 21 points almost every single race. And Zen knows Spa very well. And if he can pull up some good numbers, I know he's kind of trailed off at the end of the season a little bit, but don't forget he took 4th at Brands, and then he took first place and fastest lap at Interlagos. So, I mean, he's always got the potential. So I'm calling Porsche right now. I know they're a man down in that aspect, but and Thrasher, you don't hear or see of him much, but he's OG and he's got the potential to do it. So,
He's a
Zen
quiet
can
one.
motivate.
All you hear is that Darth Vader vape.
I know. Thrasher, you there? Yep. We need to get him on here. That's what we need to get Thrasher on here.
Oh
Fly
man.
him out here though.
Well, BMW will enjoy our spectator seats of the event of the championship battle.
Yeah, we're in 6th place. We dropped back a spot. So we're 3 points behind Mazda. We may be able to pull off a 5th place finish, team points overall, but yeah, a few of us have missed a couple races. I mean, Slug didn't race, and then Kuroskei got kicked. So
and Slug got kicked the prior time.
Yeah, we had kicked drivers in both leagues this race. Speedstar was behind me, and I either just passed him or he was coming up to pass me. I don't know. You were behind him. Next thing you know, I see this car just like wall riding all the way around and then just disappeared. But then on the replay, he like popped up in front of me or somebody else. I can't remember. It was all over the place. And he was just gone after that. So
Vic posted it. Yeah, I was behind him. And yeah, it was like he took off through the sand, and I was like, he missed that turn. And then the car just shot like into the wall, and then it was like, and I was like, ooh, that's gutsy.
Who was that NASCAR driver who pulled that crap off?
I can't remember his name, but it was so cool. I'll post a clip of it. Yeah, he will. It was at Martinsville. It was awesome.
Yeah.
But Yeah, we had great expectations coming into this because Suzuka I like. I'm not great at Suzuka, but it's a tough track. But
Hmm.
it's I've won the Nations Cup when one of the races I did at Suzuka, so I'm familiar with it. And I was really looking forward to it, but it just was not our day. Again, like you said in GT4, we lost Kuroskai, lost an engine. So I mean, like I don't know. I mean, I guess in typical BMW fashion, they I don't know blew what a Vanos or whatever it is. I don't know what they blow these days that causes them to explode, but you know, I don't know.
I don't know
Maybe
where you're
Floody
going with
knows.
any of that. I'm just going to let you ramble. Go ahead,
Yeah.
continue.
At any rate, it was a bad day. I ended up taking you out in the process once.
I put an incident report in for that. Did you see it?
You missed the 24-hour window. You're too late.
Oh, okay. It's like that. All right. Oh, look, the rules changed. I'm an owner. I can do that. Yeah, it was an unfortunate day. It really was. Again, just like most races, strategy aside, we'll get to that in a second. But if you stay on the track, you have a better opportunity to win. And yeah, we kind of collided a little bit. We were not on the same page, and I take fault in some of that too because I did not realize. I thought we were both on the same compound, and I didn't realize you were trying to get past me. I will say next time, just say, "Yo, I want to get past," and I'll let you by. Simple.
So what we were, yeah, you tried an interesting new strategy and
It didn't work.
it didn't work. And
Not at
we
all.
were we were before the race, we were literally developing our strategy. This is like kind of like shows how the day was going to develop, right? Like
Hmm.
minutes before the race, we're talking about our strategy and what we're going to do. And I was like, I'll go with you with your strategy. Are you confident in it? And you were like, no.
Not at all.
And I said, okay, do you have any kind of mathematical like reason you're using this, or are you just trying something? You're like, just trying something. Okay, forget it. I'll go with my strategy. So we were already on backward strategies on tires
Yep.
starting the race. I was on mediums, you were on hards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were
Um,
all over my ass, and rightfully
yeah.
so because you were on mediums. But I thought I was struggling with the hards, and I was like, "Damn, dude, he is riding me bad." Like, eventually, I need to let him by, and I was gonna let you by, just not in the S's where you could get into a collision. Here we go. Let's take the
Oh
anyway. Go watch the replay if you want to see it.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I ended up in the dirt, and I was like, "Oh my god."
It's like I no, and I was like, I try to be so careful around people, and the one time I take somebody out, I take my own teammate out.
I know. I
So
know.
like, great.
I'm glad you didn't wait though. Like I'm glad
No, I was
I
like
saw you lift.
the
I saw
damage is
you
done.
lift, but I for Team BMW, I'm fine. You went on and didn't try to give me the position back. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
But then and then me and Vic bumped sides. It was lag because on my screen I get hit pretty decently. That pushes me off. Same turn, and it just happened to be at the restart. I was on like I think I had 2 laps left of my hards. He was on fresh mediums. So he was going to run me down. I knew that. I was just trying to get out of the S's enough, and he was on the outside, so I was just trying to give him room. He was coming up on the inside of that same turn. I don't remember what turn that is, but just a small bump. On his screen, it doesn't show a bump. On my screen, it does.
Mm-hmm.
The crappy part was it was part of the restart, so I had like car just flying by. I was like, oh, here we go. So, between strategy, between not staying on the asphalt, it's to be expected. I ended up where I did, and then I drove off again. So yeah, it's all good. It was a hectic race, but I will say this, and I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. I enjoyed racing with some people as far as like being around people and not just trying to put hot laps down. Um, so I mean that part actually was fun. I mean, I had to avoid quite a few different accidents of people just spinning out in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Bad Rock spinning out in front of me. Chaotica left the track in front of me. So yeah, and we'll talk about Chaotica. I'm upset at him. I haven't talked to him on Discord in a while.
Well, it's Suzuka is an interesting track. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's like the John Madden thing to say you got to stay on the track. But if you get off in Suzuka into the gravel or the grass or anything, you're done. You are going in a straight line that direction until you pretty much stop and can mosey your way back.
Yep.
You're going to lose a lot of positions, and it's narrow, very difficult to pass. All the turns are very tight, and they're sweeper turns. And exactly what happened with me and you, where I drifted into you. You have a hard time accelerating through a turn to get by somebody without drifting into them. It's incredibly difficult. The straights aren't long enough for a slipstream pass, and the turns are too narrow for too wide. Except there was a group. I can't remember the drivers. Do you remember who attempted the 3 wide?
No, I don't. I know it was towards the end of the race, and I was catching up to everybody. And I saw 3 taillights wide going down the straight, and I called them out too. It was like, bold guys. And sure enough, I get up to the turn and there's nothing but smoke and cars facing the wrong way. And I was like, all right, there's 2 positions. Appreciate it. Later. But yeah, that's ballsy. I don't know. I don't remember who that was. I think Chaotica was involved. I could be wrong on that. Maybe Thrasher. I don't know. But
yeah, I can't remember. But I was right behind them. I was directly and I lifted before the little kink where you go through that, because normally I'll just lift real quick, blip off of it, and then go right back in the throttle. But that time I seriously lifted, because none of those guys were backing out. I mean, they were all 100% committed that we go in together, and what happens happens. And I was like, bold strategy, Cotton. I mean, I don't, this isn't going to be well, but
I appreciated it. I needed those positions. I was struggling already trying to redo the screw up of my strat. So I was thankful for it. But yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah.
That was brutal. You spun out twice. I didn't realize twice. I was behind you with one of them.
Yep, in the little hairpin.
Yep. And then you spun out a second time before that.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I'm trying to think where
you still running TC2 or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
TC2.
You just overzealous on that throttle.
Yeah.
It's all or nothing.
Pretty much. Well, I was trying, when the little hairpin, I remember what I was doing. I was chasing down, I think it was Chaotica.
No, it was, and that's where I'm not talking to him right now.
Yeah. And I was chasing him down, and I'd been behind him for I don't know, lap after lap after lap. I mean, that car was like 4 lanes wide. And, I was like, well, I'm going to try to get this hairpin. I'm going to try to get a good run out of it. And I was like, if we can get a good run, we're nose to tail BMW. And I was, if we can get a good slipstream, get close to him for that long straight and get in a line, we could bump draft and get around him maybe. At least maybe make him lift in the little tunnel turn there. And yeah, I just got overzealous on the throttle, and she went right around, and I lifted after it started to spin, but it was just too little too late. It's gone.
Yeah. So, I mean, I caught up to you guys, and I'm going through the S's, and he's all over the place, like just trying to block. And I know as soon as he saw my headlights and your headlights, he was like, I'm not letting these bastards past us. Like, I'm going to take some positions and I don't care, but these guys are not getting past me. And he defended like his life depended on it, because it's keeping points away, obviously. So, yeah, I tried to bump you past once. We made it another full lap. And then you spun out. And then I caught up to Chaotica, and then he went wide before the straight, and I was able to take it. But yeah, I was like, I was gonna punt the crap out of you if you didn't get past him, because I was just gonna wreck my race to get you by him, because I was getting pissed of him just like zoom 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 all
Every
over the
time I'd
place.
go left, he'd move left. So I'd move right.
Dude.
He'd move right. I was like, oh my God. I was like, yeah.
You guys ran together too long last season, so he could, telegraph your not telegraph. What was that word? No,
Yeah. I mean, sort of.
something like that.
Something like
I'm
that.
so tired.
I
Doesn't
know.
matter.
I know.
But no, props for the defense, Chaotica, whatever. You
Well
must have
done.
went to the Besso School of Defensive Driving.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
For real.
but speaking of Besso and Berman, Berman taking second place, his best finish of the season. Honestly, he hadn't scored more than 8 points this season in one race. And so he jumped up 3 spots. He's in 8th place with 34 points, but taking second. And then Besso taking third. So like another manufacturer with second, third place win. So props
yeah,
to them.
Besso back-to-back thirds.
Yeah, but just both of them being on podium. So
Yep.
it's unfortunate they're still buried in the sand at 84 points. They're pretty far back. So
Yeah, it was a rough start for Subaru.
yeah, a little bit. But props to Berman for a great race. And between Vic and this is like a rematch of last season, right?
Yeah.
So same finishing order, but still, that's why I had it on Vic to take this one, because he knows it well. Clearly, he knows
Clearly.
it well. Yeah.
He didn't get fastest lap though.
No, he got it during qualifying.
Did he? He did, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't realize Berman grabbed it. I don't know what his time was. I just went and looked at my phone. I don't have a picture of it. So no, props to them. Suzuka's tough. I mean, like I said on the last podcast, I haven't raced this track against anyone but those stupid missions online. So
yeah,
it's
we've
tough.
only done it one time, I believe, and that was GT2 or GR2 cars, and it was that rainy race that we did, which was, Lord, that was a long time ago. That was at least a year ago.
Yeah, it was a while. So for a second, my strategy, I'm not going to talk about my strategy because it is going to work at some track. Wasn't this track, but I waited to pit. Nismo didn't pit either. We both pit on the same lap, me and Nismo, because we were racing at the back by ourselves, which props to him. He's also a clean driver. We didn't get into it at all. We were side by side for a little bit. So props to him. We get out past safety car, and Vic says, what did he say? He said, Jesus Christ. And as soon as he said that, I switched over to the weather, and I see this blip, and I was like, oh God. And then I start thinking, everybody else is pit, and they're on whatever tires. And I was just hoping for a downpour because I had not pit yet.
Right.
So that would have worked out perfectly, that everyone else would have to go into the pits or whatnot. It wouldn't have affected them. We would be on the same page again. That's really what would have happened. Because, yeah.
Well, it can rain at Spa. I mean, it's known to rain at Spa. So,
So I wonder if we could post it in the poll or talk about it later. But, one thing we're doing in the Mazda League that we talked to the guys about was making a rain race, like doing the variable wheel of which level of rain. But we've had so many races and it just does not rain.
But it did in Sunday Cup. We did the it was the which one was it? Was it Skylines? It was the Skylines. And we did get rain. We had rain on that one.
Okay, so you all of you in all-wheel drive cars. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean,
So I didn't get the opportunity to watch much of the GT4 race. Uh, again, I'm still building the same damn shit I was building last time. And so what did you see? Like, how was it? I saw the finish. The finish was fantastic, but
awesome.
it
Yeah.
looked good.
It was. It was I mean, it was typical first lap at Suzuka, a little bit everybody trying to sort it out, a couple people running off, but I mean the same old battles that we've watched over and over again sorted out. And it was, going back with Floody and Floody trying to catch Jar, and then Jar taking the lead, and then Floody taking the lead. It was like this constant back and forth. Glovis was always there in the fight. Kept hovering around third. Everybody just kind of, it was like the positions kept changing. People would go to the front and they just slide to the back, and then they go to the front, and it was really clean. I mean, not any incidents that I remember or stick out in my mind. Nothing very significant as far as crashes or anything, but it was a clean race, but it was a constant. The three that are on top right now, Floody, Jar, and Glovis, were at the front part of the field most of the race. Spare pitting or whatever that came up, but it was super clean. I mean, everybody really tried to keep it as clean as they can. It's Suzuka. It's not an easy track for that at all. So, Spa's going to be interesting. It will be. Different cars have advantages in different sectors of that track, and so where you utilize your advantage and how well you do in those areas is going to be pretty significant, I think.
I want to see Anatole on the podium here. What's he in?
He's in a deep
Aston
Martin. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see him on podium. He's scratching. He's so close. He's had 2 fourth place finishes, I believe. I want to see him on podium. That'd be a heck of a way to finish it out. Taking the podium.
It would be.
That'd be cool.
It would be
his first one, I think, too.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah, that would be. There's a lot of guys that are really, really moving up quick, and they're you can see them learning fast. In both GT3, but especially GT4. And the competition there it's consistent. It is consistent.
Hey, let me ask you this. Has anybody been lapped in GT4?
I maybe on occasion. I want to say potentially at Interlagos.
Was there?
Maybe. But
okay.
But then again, maybe not. I mean, it's
how about GT3? Was GT3? I don't remember. And again, I've missed 2 races, so could be in those. But
yeah,
what I'm getting at in all of this is, the field it can be spread out at times, but if you go back to when we were all kind of combined together, we were consistently, blue flagging cars,
right?
And not that there's anything wrong with that, but it just shows that kind of classing everyone into their driver rating has kind of helped that whole situation to kind of have tighter racing, cleaner racing. I mean, it's been a clean season for the most part. I mean, our incident reports are down. If anybody needs an update on that, but we've had, definitely not as many this season. It seems like for sure, which I'm thankful. Thank all of you.
Yes,
we hate IRs. Yes. We don't mind. We'll do them, but as long as I'm not involved, well, or you just get pushed off the track and just say whatever, screw it. Team BMW, woohoo! Not a beer. You owe me a beer.
Yeah. Well, okay. I got you covered. Yeah, it's been both seasons have been relatively clean. There's always instances.
There's been incidences, yeah.
But You know, um, if one is going to get a little sporty, I think Spa is probably going to be it. If there's a a chance there's going to be drivers that are going to take it, because
Yeah.
there's a lot in both GT3 and 4 that are very close to some significant gains, whether that be the individual driver championship or the manufacturer championship. So, and in some cases both. But so I anticipate to see some battles.
I'm just excited that I mean, crossing my fingers, I just being able to race on the track. I mean, every time something happens.
Yeah,
So
because you did the endurance, the 3 hour, and
yeah, I did make the endurance.
What was before that you missed?
Every spa race. Every time we've been on that track, I've missed it.
Yeah, and it's your
Every single
favorite
time.
track, right?
It's up there. Yeah, it's definitely up there. I mean, I favorite tracks, Watkins Glen and Spa are up there. I just like Spa. It flows well.
I could take it or leave it.
It's difficult. So
I could take it or leave it.
yeah.
I actually like Suzuka better than Spa, but
Anatole had posted something in Discord that one, it was designed by Honda, which you screwed that up and named it a Toyota race. So bravo.
yeah, who knew?
That's what I said to him. I was like, I didn't know that. And he said, I didn't either. I just watched the video and then decided to call you guys out. But he did say, I guess from one of the videos he watched, that the track was designed to have as many left turns as right turns for tire wear. And if you look back, I mean, tire wear never favored one side. It was equal.
It was. That's an interesting point. So it was designed that way.
That's what he said. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
which is interesting because you go to Watkins Glen and screw the left side, you know?
yeah. Yeah, it's
But
toast.
yeah, he said the track has as many rights as lefts to balance out tire wear. And it's true. Like it's we were surprised at the tire wear we were getting.
We were.
Yeah.
We were. And we all in practice we talked to each other about I said the tires are wearing pretty even. And you're like, yeah, yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. And then we decided, me decided, let's try a different strategy. Screw tire wear. This will work. Nope. Yeah.
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 Well,
props to everyone. It was a good race. Props to Berman. And he and Vic also posted in Discord that Berman drove off the track and waited for a clean entry back onto the track and then still came back and took second place, which is, dude, that's a badass move.
Yeah, he waited so long he could I think he finished his ham sandwich while he was sitting there. And
yeah, he was waiting for the safety car to come out again and pass. So
very safe. Very safe. Well done.
No, that was a props. Baller move. That's courteousness at its best, and we appreciate that. It's very deviant of you, which is an oxymoron at that point. So yeah, no, but good races all weekend. Like I said, I caught the end of the GT4 race. Floody had a decent little lead, and then it closed. The gap closed quick because I'm sure he was nursing that thing for everything he had left with tires and fuel and everything. And you know, him having Zen on the team to help strategize, I'm sure is definitely paying dividends, obviously. So that was cool to see the time just kind of wither away. It just wasn't enough track left, and it was good. It was definitely good.
Well, in about a week and no, it's 2 weeks, we'll have the finale, and we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have our first GT4 champion.
The first GT4 champion, yes.
And a new GT3 champion, which is good. I like to see new people up at the top.
Will be a new champion. So so yeah, so all of you guys, especially Porsche McLaren team, polish it up.
That's going to be awesome.
Polish it up.
That's
Perfect
gonna be awesome.
the pit strategies, perfect your plans.
I said earlier, Anatole on podium. Anatole, hit me up. I'll give you some. We'll do some practice. Some from the starry days. I got your back.
So we will see. So but before we get to the finals for GT3 and 4, we do have the final round for the Clubman Cup 700, which Zen has historically with that little mini been just dominating everything, but he's been saying, I don't know if it's true or not, or he's just setting everybody up.
Here's the thing about Zen, and he did post this in Discord a few days ago. Admittedly, his fault is he's a very honest person. He'll honestly tell you how he feels about you or whatever else, and he'll honestly tell you what he's getting on tire strategy. He'll honestly tell you, my car isn't doing great. He gives you the flip side. Like if he was saying, I'm not going to do well, that's him pumping himself up for the next track. But him saying, my car is kind of maxed out, like I'm going to really have to pull something out of my you-know-what to get this to work. He is an honest person, 100%, So he's called himself out on that one, and it's true. Like he'll at fault. He's just like, yeah, that's me. I'm not doing it. It's not going to work.
Well,
so, I mean, I admire it, but who knows? I mean,
I know.
Besso and Zen, I can't remember who's had the most wins when it comes out of Sunday Cup.
I have to tally it up, but I know Besso is hoping that weakness in that mini is true.
Yeah.
For the final round, we go to Grand Valley reverse. We go to Alsace Village reverse, and we go to Mount Panorama in
Dude, you
reverse. No, it's not in reverse.
No, you can't do reverse on that track. Imagine going up the hill. I mean, you go up the hill anyway. Right? You call it a mountain or whatever you want to call it. But dude, you did not do these guys any favors with tracks. I mean, for championship weekend, I guess you picked a great running for tracks, but dude, that's going to be hard because I could say this: I've never run Alsace in reverse, and I ran Grand Valley in reverse once, and I barely finished before the time ran out with everybody else. So, like, that's going to be tough.
Yeah,
Best is 3 points behind, and we got 3. It's going to be close. I love how close it's coming down to all of these leagues. It is great. And then we got Mazda. I'm going to look up Mazda because I don't have it pulled up unless you do. I don't. You're supposed to have all this ready for us to kind of
No, I missed the Mazda one, but I got it right here. So in Mazda, leading
6
is
points.
Huh?
I mean, they're not done yet, but
no, they're not done yet. Boats at 48, Texas Speed 42, and Besso 41.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, close. I mean, the top 3 are a win away from swapping up first.
Tokyo Expressway is going to be fun in those little cars. Are you racing it?
I might, because I probably won't focus too hard on the Clubman. I haven't driven that little Volkswagen in quite some time. I haven't even.
Because you picked the Volkswagen, like,
yeah,
it's horrible. It's a shoebox.
I was really thinking it'd be better though.
No.
Why
figured would you ever think that?
Because it's small, it's light.
Did it win last time?
No.
Exactly. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed about that at all. Jeez, whatever. I'm done with you. I'm closing these windows out.
I'll probably run to Mazda because Tokyo Expressway and Miatas will be
gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. I can't remember which track is getting the wet. Is getting rain, like guaranteed rain. I'm pulling it up.
Well, it can't be Laguna Seca, so it's got to
It
be
can rain in
Scuba.
Tokyo.
It's got to be Scuba, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they are having rain there, but it can rain it at Tokyo, right?
Tokyo, it can.
Yeah.
It could.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's potential for it there, but they are definitely getting rain because it's factored into the schedule.
Yeah.
Jim Cantori showed up and said, "By golly, there's going to be rain."
He was holding on to a light post.
Yeah, exactly. So this is way off subject. So Christopher was in his little raincoat the other day, and it's blue and black, and he looked like the Weather Channel. I was like, "Look at my little Jim Cantori running around." So I talked to Holly. We're gonna get the little leaf blower and put him out in the front yard and record him. We're just trying to do a newscast or something. It's an easy costume for Halloween. we're gonna do.
That's good.
Weather Channel toddler.
That's great. That's awesome.
Except for the wind might actually just roll them away. Oops.
Whoops.
All right.
Well,
What else we have to talk about? We're done with GT3, GT4, Mazda, Sunday Cup. We got a lot of stuff wrapping up in the next 2 weeks. And then we hit the holidays, right?
that's right. Nothing going
Everyone
on.
thinks that there's a break, a little lull. Oh, we're not going to have anything to do but fun nights, which I heard the last fun night was pretty fun. My heat went out in the house, and I had to fix that for the family, obviously. So I didn't get the opportunity to race fun night, but I heard it was nice. But what I'm getting at is we have some surprises that we're not going to discuss tonight, but we'll be out in the Discord soon.
That's true.
And we'll
It's
talk
coming.
about some holiday races
Mm-hmm.
that mean nothing except for get on the track, and that's about it.
Bragging rights.
Bragging rights, which is just as good as points. You just can't buy anything with them.
Sometimes better.
Right. So stay tuned for our holiday special races that are coming your way. And then news on the new GT3, GT4, GT2. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see.
GR1s. I don't know. We'll see what the next season brings when it comes to that. So we've got a lot of updates coming. We've got a lot of news coming. We're finalizing everything for the start of the new year, and all that will be out soon. So we're getting excited. The funny thing is we leveraged this last season so hardcore for like weeks and weeks and weeks, and we're the total opposite this time, just downplaying the crap out of it. We really haven't talked about next season at all, which has been fun because they have no clue what's coming. So
nope.
I don't think we have a clue either, but
a little bit, but no, we're still finalizing.
Here comes the meme of me lying. I told the wife, I was like, I've got memes now. That's when you know you've made it. When you've got memes about you.
That's right. That's right. Well, everybody tune in. The next episode will be the championship episode for GT3, GT4. And of course, we'll acknowledge our champions for Sunday Cup as well. And there will be further details coming in the Discord for special events, we'll call them, over the holidays through the new year, as well as the schedule for season 1 coming out for next season in January for, going into GT3 again. There are going to be some rule changes. So as usual, when we make those changes, we'll direct you to the league rules. We'll highlight those in red so they're easy to find, and you can always get to them real quick and you can see where those changes are. But there is going to be some small things. Nothing major, guys. We're not rewriting history here. Everything is seemingly super awesome, super fun. So it doesn't need a whole bunch of changes. So just stay tuned. Post in the Discord suggestions. We're always open to them. And nothing's final till it's final. So, give us hints, give us suggestions, and who knows, maybe we'll use them, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see everybody next time.
Wait. We've talked about every league, right? All 4 leagues.
Yep.
We haven't talked about fantasy football at all. And where the standings are for fantasy football.
Is that still a thing in the Discord?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we had like one person post today on it.
Well, I'm not in it.
Just one person. I'm not in the playoffs either, actually. So actually we can wrap this up. Go ahead. We're good.
I'm not even in the Discord. I'm
not
even in the Discord fantasy foosball league. Anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. Wrap it up. We're good. Screw fantasy football. Later. Good night, guys.
We'll see you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Let's start this. Do you like my Christmas tree?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
No comments. Everyone says I have a bland background, and it's not. It's real. Not real tree. It's really.
No, I can tell you did a fine job decorating.
I didn't decorate that. You know that. That was the wife. And I don't do real trees anymore. Do you have a real tree?
Yeah.
Do you have a tree up yet?
Whitney put it up. Dude, what is up with GT? Dude, GT. I keep saying GT7. GTA 6.
Dude, we gotta wait like a year. But imagine if we get
right.
It's 2025, yeah.
It's gonna be Christmas of 25.
Oh, I didn't see it Christmas. I just saw 2025.
I just assumed.
But imagine the chaos of having all of us in there. Like, I don't remember how we set up lobbies, or I don't remember how many you could have. Who knows what it would end up being. But God forbid, imagine if we can get 20 or 30 of us in one lobby, just wrecking people.
Yeah.
Bravo. You want to see what a dirty pool filter looks like? That's a dirty pool filter. I don't know if you can see that. It's nasty. There it is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What is all that?
That's just DE.
That's a new one?
Clean filter. No, it's the one I cleaned up. You never find Floody. He'd be somewhere else behind a building trying to earn some money.
trying to bang a hooker or something.
It's gonna be awesome though. God, dude, just 20 of us, even 8 of us, just wrecking them, just rocket launchers and jumping out of helicopters and
getting like a school bus and somebody's trying to rob us and we're all on it.
Oh God, yeah, that'd be awesome. We can all like just jump down. Yeah, they think it's just one person driving, and there's like 50 of us crammed up in there. Dude.